Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on this golf course update. So you'll realize I am not at the golf course, but I am at home getting ready to go to the golf course. It's about 5:15, a little slower to get going this morning because it's raining again. So we've got rain, and it looks like it's going to be pretty much the whole day today of rain, unless maybe around 11 or 12 o'clock. Here's my beautiful cat, little rag doll. And hopefully we can get some mowing done today, maybe. I have some errands I need to run here as well, but my golf course is going to be absolutely flooded again. We did manage to get to the golf course, and actually it's not raining that bad. It's more of a light sprinkle. So what we're going to do, it looks like we've already received about a ½ inch of rain. So what we're going to do is go out, mow greens before it gets any worse. And it's kind of a perfect day. I have to run some errands all around the area. So I'm going to get greens mowed here. Won't roll them today. And then we'll do sand traps. But looks like we're just going to have a very windy, rainy day out on the course today. But it's our luck right now. Hopefully for the next hour we can get everything cleared up. And it will stay clear, and we can get our greens mowed as soon as I said the rain is dying, it picks up. So this is definitely the most I've ever mowed in the morning hours when it's been raining, and it makes kind of mowing greens a little bit tougher in these conditions. You just can't quite see your lines like you normally would be able to. But I am telling you, this is the most I have ever mowed in the rain, greens, in the morning hours. So it's amazing to me how essentially much rain we've got. But even so, the greens are pretty resilient here. They've done a great job at standing the test of the rain here. Thankfully, most of them are sloped, so a lot of the rain, while it does sink in, once there's a plethora of it, it just kind of sinks to the bottom, which is good. Otherwise, I just haven't been able to do a lot of cleanup rounds here because I don't want to leave any little ruts or anything like that on the golf course. But if we can get a little bit more rain today, the weekend looks dry finally, so that should set us up for a good weekend. I won't have to run irrigation. Clearly, you can see the print right there at how it's turning brown because of the saturation of the earth. And I've had that happen to me on more than one occasion on the golf course. But even this hydraulic from the end of last year is starting to grow back. But now this rain is starting to pick up here, so most likely we're going to end up getting soaked again while we're mowing greens. It's a shame because mowing greens is one of my favorite things to do because I'm connected to the green when I mow that way, and I'm able to really dive down and see any diseases that I may have, or issues like this that look like complete crap. But for right now, I'm not able to do that because it's raining out, and now I just started, and as soon as I start, I want to be done. But we have to grind through and get through with this mowing here, so we're going to get back to it here, guys. Alright, so we got greens mowed. It's raining pretty good right now. As you can see, it looks like we probably received just about an inch of rain now, overnight and now into the morning. So, yeah, this is rain. This is Wisconsin in the summer. This is definitely the most rain that I've seen in my life in June, May and June, honestly. As you can see, there's a pool of water there. There's going to be a pool of water in front of hole 2 again here. It's really quite amazing here how much rain we have received, even overnight into the morning, and it looks like it's not going to stop here for another few hours. So we're gonna hope that everything kind of just dissipates here by 11 or 12 o'clock, and we can be able to get on a mower and start mowing again. Well, I was going to cut the video off yesterday, but I figured we just needed to have a little talk about all the rain we've been receiving. So we're on a little 2-day stretch here where the course can actually dry out, which is great. So we've received a lot of rain, and of course this is right around 4th of July, right around the longest days of the year. So we've been receiving rain now for the longest days of the year. And what that does is help alleviate the pressure of irrigation, hand watering, not necessarily disease. So I've been pretty on top of it when it comes to spraying for any sort of disease, which is critical this time of year, especially with humid nights, which we've had almost every night because of the rain and the moisture. So I've been having to deal with disease, which now I'm going on about a week and a half since I've sprayed. So anytime next week I may have to spray, depending on what is needed with diseases. Usually I'd like to take it out 3 weeks and then start on my every 2-week rotation, but with the rain it just seems like we're so far ahead into the growing season that I need to spray more this year. And here's one thing about the rain, and we're talking about finances now. We opened up really early this year, really early. So when I got my financials back from May, of course I have a better year this year, so I was about $20,000 ahead of where I was during last May, which is great. But I have a feeling that it's going to be wiped out during June, because we've received so much rain during not prime times, meaning every league night, which is about a $1,500 loss for me, $1,000 loss if I don't have league. So you can, well, probably $1,500, assuming some guys come out and drink. If they don't, then it's about $2,000. So we missed about 4 nights of league in the month of May or June, and we missed some weekend days in June. So you can account those. A normal weekend day, you're looking at $4,000 to $5,000. So if you lose that, you're pretty much screwed. So for me, now I'm really hoping that I can have a good July and August, because my payroll expenses are up this year, and along with that, costs are going up of everything. Excuse me. So while the rain is really good and I'm very thankful for it, if it doesn't come at night, then it kind of screws me as a business owner, because it costs me about $50 a night to run irrigation. That isn't that bad. That can be made up very, very easily within a day. Now, while it does cause a lot of stress and a lot of headaches because of the irrigation issues that often come up with a 40-year-old system, that's just bound to happen. I guess I'd rather have the money in my bank account. So it's kind of a double-edged sword here. It looks like this week we are going to have rain on Monday and Tuesday. Excuse me, again, I'm very tired. So we're going to have rain on Monday, Tuesday, and then on the 4th and the 5th. So it's just not ideal, but where we're lucky this year is that the 4th falls on a Thursday. So this weekend is going to be a very, very busy weekend. Next weekend is going to be a very, very busy weekend. So hopefully we can make up for some of the lost revenue of the rain. Which, again, I'm not complaining about the rain, because I haven't had to run irrigation, and I won't have to run irrigation now by the looks of it until maybe the 9th or 10th of July. I started irrigation early April because I was worried with the issues that I've had with it in the past and the dryness of the last few summers that essentially I was going to have to run irrigation like crazy. So I ran it a few times in May, I think I've ran it. I've only run its full course once this year, where I've gone 18 minutes or 15 minutes at night on every head besides greens. I've only done that once. Otherwise, everything else has been about 7 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. So I think I've only had to run it a total of 5 times this whole year. 5 times. It's just crazy. So if you think about it, you know, we're halfway through the season essentially. So, and really you don't have to water anytime after middle to end of September anyway, because the sun doesn't get high enough in the air right around the fall solstice. So right around that time, you don't have to run irrigation, maybe even before. I mean, I've had Septembers where you run it about till September 8th, 9th, and then you don't run it again because, of course, the fall you get more rain. So really, we may only have 2 months here of real high pressure irrigation, maybe, which is great, which is really, really great. And it's great for the soil. It's great for the turf to get those nutrients in there and help some of those areas where I struggled growing get to grow again and get that root structure in deep into the ground so we don't run into this issue again. As you can tell, I'm very tired. So we're not, this gives me about a year buffer with dryness if it happens next year where we're really dry. So I have a little bit of a buffer now, and that's great. So hopefully I'm a good business owner and I can keep expenses down because we don't know what's going to happen here with the rain. But I guess I haven't experienced a summer like this yet. Maybe when I did an internship at Big Fish Golf Course at my previous position before I bought my own golf course, where we had rain affect the revenue. Otherwise, I haven't been a part of a business that really has had rain affect revenue. Every single year here that I've owned the golf course, I'm on my 4th season now, the rain really hasn't affected revenue that much, even when it comes to league nights or weekend days. It just hasn't affected the revenue that much. And even while I was a general manager at Big Fish Golf Course, the rain never really affected the revenue that much. So this is definitely a new experience for me. This winter was a new experience for me too, with 0 snow. We maybe had 15 inches of snow total, maybe 20 inches of snow. Our average is like 60 at minimum. So, you know, I lost a lot of revenue from the snowmobile trails not being open because I get a lot of, you know, money from the snowmobilers. But we were able to have the golf course open earlier, which made up for that. But now with the rain, it's kind of affected that revenue for the negative. So it looks dry this weekend. I hope that we can, you know, get a decent weekend in of play and go into the 4th strong and have a really good July. So that's kind of the goal here. But I won't bore you guys anymore with my ramblings here about rain. So we will see you in the next episode. Hopefully that's coming up pretty soon. If it's going to rain again, of course, you know I'm going to do another one. So, all right, guys, take care, like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.